Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about updates from qualifying in Silverstone. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. Now, as you may know, I am at Silverstone this weekend. Today I was sitting on the start-finish straight in the morning, and then I moved over to the view grandstand towards the afternoon, and that's where I watched qualifying from, and it was a really good place to watch qualifying. You got to see into the pit lane, you got to see the start-finish straight, and you can see some of the video footage that I captured on screen now during the qualifying hour, and yeah, a good place to sit. Now, this was a shock qualifying hour. It really looked like the battle for pole would be between the Ferraris and the McLarens, although it always looked like the McLarens just had something up their sleeve. But then in Q3, Max Verstappen just came out of nowhere and managed to put it on pole position. He's done it a few times this season. He did it in Japan, and now he's done it here in Silverstone. And speaking about taking pole, Verstappen told Sky F1, yesterday was quite tough, and it was not looking great, but the changes we made today helped a lot. In qualifying, I thought we were close, but not quite in the fight until the last lap when it all came together. The balance was a bit nicer, and I could hang in there. We chose lower downforce, and were naturally quicker in the straights. In the corners it was a bit more difficult. The new floor has worked well. I don't know how much it's given us, but for sure it's worked. Everyone is pushing flat out to bring performance to the car. Now, I think in terms of race pace, Verstappen is going to struggle to hold on to first place. You know, he's got two fast McLarens behind him who, as we know, are very good on tyre wear. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But one thing to know is that Verstappen has said he opted for a lower downforce setup in Silverstone. And while that means he is slower in the corners, he is going to be really fast on the straight, so he could be difficult to overtake tomorrow. So I think it's going to be an interesting Grand Prix. But one team that will be disappointed is Ferrari. As I said earlier, it looked like the battle for pole would be between the McLarens and the Ferraris, and in Q2 it really did look that way. You know, you had Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc right up there setting really good lap times, but then in Q3 it just didn't happen, with Hamilton ending up 5th and Leclerc 6th. And speaking about it, Hamilton said, I'm definitely feeling more comfortable with the setup of the car and the balance of the car. Right up until the last corner, I think I was close to second on the grid, but had a bit of understeer and ended up losing a tenth and a bit. In Q3 run 2, Red Bull always come out of nowhere, and they're always quick, it's not a surprise. Now, one thing we've seen with Ferrari is that they're much better in race pace than in qualifying pace. They have struggled in general in qualifying this year. And Charles Leclerc has revealed that Ferrari has been fighting a very weird problem with its 2025 car in qualifying, which has resulted in many Q3 disappointments. Basically, Leclerc said, as quoted by The Race, in qualifying we've got issues for sure, particularly from Q2 onwards. We've been fighting with something inside the car, but it's not an excuse. I need to be better. And Leclerc went on to suggest it was not related to the car's handling, so was not linked to the ongoing struggles the team has had related to its car ride height. Leclerc went on to say, it's something that sometimes in some qualifyings we had the problem. In some others, we have absolutely zero problem with it, but today it was a bit of a problem. The issues are very specific. It's not a balance issue, it's not a grip issue. I don't want to go into the details, but it's something very weird that we've got to fight with the car, and especially when it's high speed, it makes it even more difficult. I hope we can resolve it. But the good thing, if we can say it's a good thing, is that tomorrow we won't have any of this, and for sure we won't have any problems of that sort. But let's move on to Oliver Bearman, who has been handed a 10-place grid penalty for the Silverstone Grand Prix. Basically, in free practice 3, a red flag was thrown towards the latter stages due to Gabriel Bortoleto spinning off and becoming beached in the gravel. And as Bearman headed into the pit lane, he had a spin of his own and hit the barriers, losing his front wing from his VF25 in the process. Now, it looked like Bearman locked his rear wheels when he did this, and it looked like he was going too fast into the pit lane considering it was red flag conditions. And due to the incident happening under red flags, it was investigated by the stewards, who have opted to hand Bearman a 10-place grid drop for the Grand Prix. The stewards' verdict said, Car 87 had slowed down for the red flag, and as he was approaching turn 15, accelerated significantly to race pace and entered the pit entry road at 260 km per hour. He lost control of the car in the pit entry road and crashed into the barriers. It is beyond doubt that the driver of car 87 did not proceed slowly back to the pit lane when he accelerated to simulate entering the pit entry road under race conditions. In fact, we looked at a previous in-lap under normal racing conditions and found that it was faster in this lap under a red flag. Now, you can't simulate a pit entry at race speed under red flag conditions, so it's not a surprise that the stewards have imposed a penalty, but they also imposed a further penalty of 4 penalty points on his licence. So yeah, the stewards have taken a really dim view of what Bearman did, and because of this, he's now got 8 penalty points on his licence, does Bearman. So he's got to be careful now, because 4 more and he will get a race ban. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care.